Welcome back to the Sinking City Part 2. I'll save. Let's just do continue, I guess. Oh, been feeling a bit under the weather past 2 days. But either way. As long as it's not the coronavirus, I guess I can't complain too much. Oh, press any button to continue. I didn't see that. I did go in here. See if I can remember what I was doing. Okay, so I found the body. I just need to go find killer now, right? And he's supposedly at a bar. Which is what that just said. Oh, you don't like that? That just said I'm here. Oop. All right. Hello, sir. How's the volume? Seems a little bit high. How's that? It seems better. Maybe a little more. Yeah, it seems better. Alright. Oh, the bar.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Hello.
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
That's a fair policy.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
I'm not a killer, but
I've seen some unsettling creatures around.
well, maybe I am a
Nothing I've
killer.
ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one
A wild
knows what
beast?
they are, but consider yourself lucky to still
We'll
be
decide
one
if we're a
piece.
killer or
They
not when the
arrived
time
in the
comes.
flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Thank you.
Come.
What's up?
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Nonsense.
Really?
No. Do tell,
Like
please.
what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee,
Oh, you want money,
I'll
huh?
tell you some of them.
That's
Alright, how much?
fair.
$1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer.
Hmm.
After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Yeah, I'll give you
Let's
one
hear
bullet.
what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old
Oh.
and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna
Thank
remember
you.
any of that.
I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Glad you got your bullet. Just gonna go back here and see if you have anything for me to steal. And you do. Thank you for letting me steal from you. Hello, old man.
Get the... Oh.
Interesting. Are you gonna try the run for me, old man? Crazy dude? Guess I don't know if you're old yet.
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg,
Oh,
that darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot
Okay.
to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
Lewis is mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his actions. That is what I'm going with. Leads me to Lewis was under mental influence. Lewis killed Albert while under some sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions and thus he can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try to cover for him or else Robert will have his head. So I think I'm gonna try to save him. Although he is a fish, and that is off-putting. He doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Oh, what a drop!
So where are you going?
No, please, no. Don't
Oh.
shoot me, mister.
Okay, well I didn't
He's mad.
fully intend to shoot anybody. I didn't know y'all would react. Hey, what's up?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back
Aye,
off.
aye. I've already been down there. What's up with you?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Hey, you're the guy from Vampire.
I've said everything I know.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story.
Yeah, good enough.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Yeah, why geological?
Expedition. I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below.
This is an okay
I
movie.
sent men to find out.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I
Oh, my
am.
fan. Oh, hot.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Very well.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Thank you.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
You have given me a good bit, huh? And I'll have a revolver. Let's keep this one. That is for insanity, not for health, which I am full on. So that is wasted resource. Okay, let's see, what am I doing now? Key to the headquarters, lost expedition. I don't really... Skills. Knowledge points 3. Combat, vigor, mind. Carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material. Explosives, supplies. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Is that just 1 point? Okay, that is just 1 point. Okay. Carry more bullets. When close to death, slowly regenerate for a limited amount of health. For one last fighting chance. Sets traps. Keep an extra bullet loaded, gaining a chance to deal double damage with the pistol. Alright, I think let's get crafting, hold more materials, and just more experience. Just do more experience, yeah. Other things will be useless, but for now, it looks like I might be able to go through here. Or there's a tanker that fell here. So let's try right here then. Okay. Weird cat crabs are pretty freaky. It's like right here. Yeah. But I can't get up there. Okay. Maybe I can just get up here. Oh, you don't want to climb now. Okay. Police are gone. Can I get to dock 1 over here? I mean, yes and no. Alright. Please leave me alone, Niels. Alright, well, if I ever hit the ground again. Alright, let's go back then. Looks like we can't get to dock 1 yet. Looks like I can't get on this boat. There we go. Or maybe I'll just take the long way around. That would make sense too. Should I go check on that dude? Yeah. Go check on him.
The door won't budge.
Alright. Cutscene. Well. Not gonna read that. Thank you for the teleport, I guess. I don't know what exactly sank to USS Cyclops, only remember the screams and the metal creaking. Water filling the deck and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed drowning. A nearby piece of a boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal prove it. That they prove, okay. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say.
Dear Mr. Reed, I understand you are a private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger and I cannot trust anyone in the city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot and I am beyond saving, but the 7 books must be saved at any cost. Even if I'm gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could be our kind's last hope for enlightenment. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. I will do this. Ooh. Backpack? No backpack. Oh, give me that. Just go with, they were. Yeah. Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanly. And I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run, save your life, and leave this Strach city and to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words, Lewis Flynn. I do find it weird that everyone has left their notes inside of my hotel.
Never again, they say.
But whatever. Everyone's snuck in. Oop. Oop. Ooh. Wait, did sleeping not heal me? Whatever, we'll put that. Jay Vanderberg. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johans. Don't mind if I steal all this stuff. Bewitched Home. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged on a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents is a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This power hides itself from mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote this confession lived in eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. The book still be hidden there. Possibly. Excuse me. Ooh. I had a dream so real it still makes my hands shake. A huge Ferris wheel rose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel, and then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel and reading from a book. His awful dirge, I don't know what that word is, was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know there is a Ferris wheel at the park in western Old Grove near Century Avenue and Beacon Street, but where could the book be? Find the book. Nice. Effective money. Building the church was his redemption. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night, when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called. When the church was built, the priests found him hanged on the bell ropes, but the book is still waiting for someone to come read it. His house is in the central blah blah blah, somewhere, find the book. Took a lot of effort to track down this book after being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum. It was brought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there is somewhere else the tome may be. The private hospital in Western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked has been abandoned. The archives say it could be there. Got it. Book could be found in place. Book could be found in place. Book could be found in place. I boarded at the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow Kings gang, and they can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Book could be in place. Alright, find books and places. We can do that later. What's this? Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave your landlord.
The door won't budge.
Let's go up. Hello, person's room. I am here to investigate. Too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out, several ships have gone lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing, but now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence, need to look into it now if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. My stuff. You have more stuff for me to have? No. Alright, I've searched through all the things. I have taken what belongs to me now.
Finally, you're awake.
Okay.
Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Yeah, sure, what noise?
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
You have given me a lot. Maybe too much? I'm gonna go investigate I'm gonna go steal things. I have stolen the things. Oh. My dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I have arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went. Sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Got it. Do things. Oop, more notes. Walter, K help you if I hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again. I could live with you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market and I have dangerous people living here and I can send after you. Oh. Yo, what is that?
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Well, 3K reach for the gun. Yo, what is up? Back off, bird. Place is crazy. Where am I? Yo, you took me a long way from where I was. Facebook. locals don't like this part of Eastern Grimlock Bay. Eastern Bay. Looks like I want to go somewhere over here. Well, this is flooded, so if I just take this and then cut down Central, maybe we can find some stuff. I kind of want to look around though. Oh, quick travel. Do I have to unlock these phone booths or something? That would make sense. Okay. That's a big door. Shadow creeping me out. This is mine now. Yo. Peoples. And there goes the dogs.
Hey, handsome. Wanna have some fun?
No, thank you.
What's your problem?
Since I'm here, I should go ahead and go to the police station for some reason that I do not remember. Alright, we're gonna cut the episode here. Another episode where I didn't get much done. I did a lot, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of gameplay so far. Just talking, finding things. I don't know. Been fun so far. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.